The zodiac signs who turn every relationship into a power struggle. Scorpio. Scorpio doesn't feel safe unless they're in control. In relationships, this turns into a constant test of loyalty and emotional dominance. They won't ask for reassurance. They'll create situations where you have to prove yourself. You start walking on eggshells, wondering if you passed or failed some invisible test. The push-pull dynamic makes it hard to relax. Even when things are going well, it feels like you're still being measured. They hold the emotional power, and they know it. You can't fully open up because you're too busy trying to keep your place. And when conflict happens, it's less about resolving the issue and more about who's right, who's loyal, and who's in control. Scorpio fears emotional exposure, so they stay in control to avoid ever feeling powerless. Capricorn. Capricorn's version of a power struggle is quiet but relentless. They don't argue, they manage. They set the tone, create the structure, and expect you to follow it. If you push back, they respond with more rules, more cold logic. The relationship stops feeling mutual and starts feeling like a performance review. You're either meeting expectations or being silently judged. Even acts of love can feel transactional. If they take the lead financially or emotionally, they expect the same level of effort in return, and they're keeping score. It's not loud or dramatic, but the imbalance builds. You're not partners anymore. You're competing for who's more responsible, more rational, more in control of the relationship. Capricorn holds tight to control because they believe love should be earned through consistency, not emotion. Leo. Leo turns love into a power struggle when they don't feel admired. The moment they sense their importance slipping, they fight to reclaim it by being louder, prouder, or more demanding. You'll notice it when they start needing more validation than usual, or when they challenge your opinions just to re-establish dominance. What was once affection turns into a constant pull for attention. If you get too much praise, they feel sidelined. If they get ignored, they retaliate with distance or drama. You end up in a cycle where one of you always has to be the star, and love becomes less about connection and more about control over who matters more. At their core, Leo just wants to know they haven't been replaced or forgotten. Aries. Aries doesn't realize they're turning things into a fight. They think they're just being honest or passionate. But in relationships, that intensity can feel like a constant struggle for control. They hate being told what to do. They hate compromise. And when things don't go their way, they double down. Every disagreement becomes a challenge to their authority. Even small choices, what to eat, where to go, how to spend time, can turn into battles for who gets the final say. The power struggle with Aries is about leadership. They want to lead, but if you're the type to lead too, it stops being a relationship and starts feeling like a war zone where no one backs down. Aries fights for control not out of dominance, but because compromise feels like losing their independence.